If you develop apps for multiple platforms, Flutter allows you to do it with a single code base, but installing it can sometimes be tricky. My name is Yadullah, you're watching Candid Technology, and in this video we're going over how you can install Flutter in Windows 11. Now the first thing that we're going to do is open up our web browser and head over to the Flutter SDK download page. You'll find the link to this in the description below. But essentially, we're going to click on Windows, which is our platform of choice, and then choose your first type of app. If you don't have a preference, just go ahead with Android. And now it will show you some hardware and software requirements. You also need Git for Windows to manage source code. It's not necessarily required when you're starting off with Flutter, but it is essential that you download this. We've already covered how to download and install Git for Windows, so you can find that link in the corners of this video. Go all the way down, and we're not using VS Code to install this, we are downloading the SDK itself. So click on download and install, and then click on Flutter Windows, whatever the latest version here is. Click on this. This will start our download. I'm going to save this in my C drive. Go ahead and save. Don't have permissions to save in this location. No. Okay, all right, we will save it in dump folder then. And as you can see, the download has started. It's around a 1 GB 800 MB download based on the version that you're downloading, so it can take a couple of seconds. All right, now that the download has finished, I will head over to my file explorer, and you can see that I have the Flutter archive here. I'm just going to extract it in this folder only. We'll give it a time, so it's going to expand to around a 2 GB archive. Once you've extracted this archive, you're going to have to place it in a location that you're not going to change a lot, because we're going to add an environment variable. So if you move this folder someplace else, you're going to have to update that variable, and that can sometimes break your installation. So once this is done, we'll just move it to our default Windows drive. In my case, it's going to be the C drive, and most probably in your case as well. All right, now that the extraction is complete, as you can see, we have the folder extracted here. So I'm just going to cut and paste this in my Windows root directory. It's going to take a second to move, and here we are. Now what we're going to do is double click to expand this, click on Flutter, and then we're going to the bin folder, and as you can see, this is where we have the Flutter main file. Now I'm going to just copy this path by pressing Ctrl C, and now we're going to add it to our environment variables. Now you can do this by pressing the start menu and searching for environment variables. Click on the first option that appears, and in this window we're going to click on environment variables, go to path, click on edit, and just click on new. Paste the path here, click OK, click OK, click OK, and now you're pretty much good to use Flutter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to launch a command prompt, and if I type in where Flutter, it's going to show me the link of my Flutter. Now what you can do from this point onwards is run Flutter Doctor. It's going to take a second to run, and this command will show you everything that you need to install to get Flutter up and running properly. So all of the dependencies and everything else that you need to use. When you run it for the first time, it's going to take a while to load up. As you can see, it has this whole notepad command prompt sort of thing where it gives you all the CLI animations. It's going to wait for a second for it to show up, but essentially, yeah, that's how easy you can install Flutter. Now from this point onwards, you can install Visual Studio Code. If you want to work on your code in that, you can install Android Studio. We've already done a video on this before, so that will also appear in some corner of this video. And yeah, here we go. So Flutter Doctor has run, and these are all the summaries. So we've got Flutter installed without any issues. We've got Windows installed without any issues. The Android toolchain is not installed, and there are like a bunch of other things that you need to install if you want to develop for Android, or if you want to develop use Visual Studio to develop Windows apps. So as you can see, Visual Studio is not installed. This is necessary to develop Windows app. You can download that, you install the desktop development, and you can essentially go on all the ways. As you can see, I already have Android Studio, I have VS Code, connected devices are working, and network resources are always visible. So running Flutter Doctor will show you all of the issues that you might face with your Flutter installation. And then once you've installed Flutter, you can go on forward. That's it. That's how easily you can install Flutter on Windows 11. If you like this video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and tell us in the comments below what more such videos can we make for you. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website candid.technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.